We are finally up to round 11 of the Kengan vs Purgatory tournament in Kengan Omega, with the crackhead clown of combat facing the mysterious Slender Man Terashi. Welcome to my prediction video. Let's begin with Best Boy Terashi discussing something about his identity that has been going around the community for months now, that being the author saying he appeared in Kengan Ashura or Fist of the Seeker before. Based on my research, the truth is the artist Doraemon said this on a live stream, but I couldn't actually find the clip, and it's well known at this point that he doesn't really like Kengan, so what he said may not have been true, and like I said, I couldn't find the clip, so it could have been a lie as well. People could have just made that up. So if I was you, I wouldn't, be waiting for this crazy reveal. It could be a character we've seen before, meaning it was a real leak, or it could have been fake. We'll have to wait and find out. And also apparently his mask is based on the yin yang symbol, so that could maybe hint at his fighting style. Let me know your thoughts of that down in the comments. And also Terashi has kind of been, trolling everyone for the whole tournament. We've seen him at various points being, Lolong's cuck, admiring Lolong to, the utmost degree, being a simp per se for Lolong. And also in the Nicholas fight saying that alongside himself, Nicholas is like the worst fighter on Team Purgatory, pretty much implying that he's trash and isn't that strong as a fighter, making me and many other people think Terashi wasn't going to be, that special. I already didn't think he was going to be the Tiger Vessel. I've been on the Fae train for a while now, and I still don't believe Terashi is the Tiger Vessel, considering he's fighting Clown Boy. But yeah, past all that, he was making us think he was trash, and then when he walks out, we find out he's only ever had one fight in Purgatory, and that was a B-class fight that he won, and that single B-class fight resulted in the CEO of Purgatory to select him as one of the 13 fighters to represent Purgatory. So whatever he did in that fight must have been very impressive. And also, all the stuff he's been saying about he's the weakest, how everyone else is above him, is pretty much baseless or solely based off win record, because he, I'm guessing, is a very new fighter considering only one win. It must mean that he was just saying, oh, everyone else is better than him because they have more wins, because they've been in Purgatory longer, and Lolong probably has a perfect win record, is undefeated in Purgatory. That's why Terashi is simping for him so much. So Terashi could be a huge upset for the tournament. That's just been trolling everyone, acting like trash when in reality he's like an absolute beast. And then we have Faye saying the following about him in the latest chapter. Before I continue, make sure you're subscribed, and if you're an absolute mad lad, check out the other stuff in the description like the Discord and Patreon. Now back to the video. The name Terashi also belongs to an infamous hitman based out of China. So for all we know, Terashi could be a, famous hitman. And then we have Mutaba saying he was excited or he's, disappointed he's gonna miss out on his fight, most likely referring to Terashi. Does that mean Mutaba knows of Terashi, has heard legends about him? Or maybe that Terashi is blind like Mutaba and that's why he wants to see another blind fighter go at it to see what he can learn or something like that. And I say see in not the literal sense because, Mutaba can't see, but yeah, that's just something to note as well. So yeah, a lot of mystery still surrounding Terashi, but we do have a lot of interesting stuff already revealed. And then we have his height, 204 centimeters, and his weight, 87 kilograms, making him one of the tallest characters in the series and one of the lightest characters comparable to his height, which is very interesting. And he does have a very unique, build compared to many other fighters throughout Kengan. And then Okubo saying he's most likely someone who's been bred in the underground his whole life. So yeah, I have the feeling that Terashi may be a killer. And before I get into Okubo stuff, I'll go over quickly what I want to happen. This isn't what I think's going to happen, but this is something I wish would happen. As we know, Purgatory is one win in the lead currently, and if Terashi wins this, it kind of means that Kengan can't win the tournament. It can only be Purgatory's win or it's a draw. And I think that will kind of ruin the last two fights if we're going into it thinking it can't be, a win for Kengan. So regardless, I do think Okubo is going to win this, but if you haven't heard me talk about Okubo in the Discord or in other videos, I'm not the biggest fan of him in Omega, and I do hope he actually loses against Terashi, but for the sake of future fights, this is what I hope happens. I hope Terashi actually kills Clown Boy, which results in, Okubo winning the fight, getting the win for Team Kengan, while also in the broader perspective, giving Terashi the win because he killed him. He actually, defeated him in the fight by killing him, but in the tournament, circumstances, he lost. That's my personal most wanted outcome of the fight, but I do have to agree, I doubt they're going to actually kill off someone like Okubo. Now to discuss our Clown Boy. We've only ever seen him have one real fight in Kengan so far, of course against Kano in round 1 of the Annihilation tournament, doing fairly well against round 1 Kano, pushing him to pull out Formless before he got rolled, and he also had that little scuffle with Cosmo mid-tournament, which ended in him getting finessed by Cosmo's partly developed foresight. But regardless, Okubo did say he was going to get stronger, but how do I think he got stronger? Of course, his basic stats are going to improve like every other character from Ashura to Omega, but I want to see a special move from Okubo. His synthesis and his mix between, striking, grappling, and every little switch he does will be on, peak form again. We already saw that in the first punch he tried landing on, Terashi in chapter 115, which will most likely reveal Terashi's face, or maybe it will fall off and Terashi will just put the mask back on or something like that. But I want a special named attack from Okubo during this fight. Even if he does get killed or he just wins, I want to at least see a new special named attack to, see what Okubo has been working on over the last 2 years in his training to overcome Kano, or get stronger to eventually fight Kano again in the future, or to, actually win a match in, Kengan, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, how do I think the fight will go out? So we've seen Okubo being super high level energy, crackhead energy to the max, and Terashi being a more tamed or possibly delayed fighter, because it doesn't really show him reacting whatsoever to crackhead energy Clown Boy running across the whole arena and punching him right in the face. Maybe it'll be Okubo just dominating the whole fight and Terashi really is a jobber, and him calling himself trash was actually a reality and he doesn't even know why he actually got selected. He's just some random jobber, some troll character. But I doubt it. I think Okubo will be dominating for the first few chapters, and then Terashi may start revealing his, real power. He'll start off with this trolling attitude, this, messy around with Okubo, and then he will realize the power of Clown Boy and actually start to get worried. And that's where we may get to see his Hitman fighting style, or Terashi actually going for the kill, but not like full intent, just using his killing based techniques to gain the advantage and shock Okubo a little bit. From that point, it'll be a little bit of a back and forth, and I do think Terashi is going to have a very unique fighting style that we've never seen before, considering I personally believe he's a new character, not a returning character from Fista Seeker or Kengan Ashura. We know he's from the same, fighting organization or underground fighting organization as Nezu, Bishamon, where Nezu was the previous champion. And from what we learned last chapter, Terashi was more of an unknown fighter for them as well, so still mysterious in the broader perspective. But yeah, a back and forth will occur, and I do think eventually Okubo will win the fight, high difficulty. I hope he loses a lot of limbs and Terashi is able to damage the clown severely, if not kill him, giving, Okubo the win regardless. But yeah, I do think Okubo will win the fight, high difficulty, a lot of blood, a lot of crazy shit going on, and a lot of mysterious abilities or skills to come from Terashi. But I do hope Clown Boy has a special finishing move to maybe conclude the fight. But yeah, that's my thoughts on round 11 of the Kengan vs Purgatory tournament. This is my prediction video. As always, shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon. Absolute mad lads. But yep, that's it guys. Peace.